So we have retreat, and of course we have children, which is that. This is what I'm saying. It's really an immature behavior. And then we have soulmate. I mean, them missing each other. I think you guys do really connect, but there's a behavior pattern. And in this case, yes, your love life is being affected by children. I think just childhood wounds are an issue here. Inner child, when it's soulmate, sometimes when we have connections, inner child gets triggered, and this is where the behavior patterns that I'm trying to explain comes into play, where it's the way to react. Then we have let your friends help you, and I feel this is really just the guides. So I feel when I get this card, let your friends help you, it could be people, but I don't think this is the case. To me, and normally for me, this energy, when this comes up for me, it's because the spirit realm is kind of guiding, trying to intuitively guide you both back to each other, but the triggers that are happening is to also heal. It's to retreat and to really think about the behavior, what's causing, because if there's depths and there's love, and I honestly feel like this is life partner, Aquarius, then the rest needs to be resolved. And here we have love yourself first. And I think this is a need to learn self-love. I really do feel this is a need to learn self-love. So let's see what else we get for this energy here. Too much. Spirit, give me just two more. All right, so Eight of Wands. Spiritual, we have Nine of Wands and Eight of Wands. And I feel that Nine of Wands is the resistance, spiritual strength. This is the finding, but there's resistance to progress. Eight of Wands, to move forward. But at the same time, Eight of Wands is an energy shift. And in this deck, it's called accelerated motion. So this is energy that's taking place to put the two of you in discomfort so you can decide what you want. Here goes the ego. And I do think a lot has to do with the inner child and taming that beast within. And I think this is where the insecurities come in, because I'm feeling with this Leo, some of you can be dealing with a Leo, but this is finding your power back, right? And this deck is power and strength, but this is about the insecurities of the person, where I really do feel the inner child is being triggered. And then we have the Five of Pentacles, right? Abandonment issues. I think financial material changes in this case, but because it's showing up in their 3D, so you know how internally the trigger of the inner child, that's what when your inner child is triggered as an adult, that's an internal thing, right? And so when it starts to reflect in your 5D area, in your 5D life, which is this Five of Pentacles is what I'm seeing, there's the reaction is how it shows up, how you react, and it affects your connections, it affects your relationships, and that's what's being shown here. We do have the Nine of Cups, fulfillment of wishes, and then emotional withdrawal. So there's a need to temper for sure, and a need to really find that self-love, because this is a 9 Hermit energy. So you have two nines here, and 9 indicates major arcana Hermit for me, where there's a need on a day-to-day, because minor arcanas have to do with our day-to-day, our weeks, how we do. And major arcanas are life-altering. But in this case, there's a need to really find a way on your day-to-day how to interact and really understand your emotions and your soul, because the Nine of Cups are the emotions and the Nine of Wands are the soul. So there's a need for an understanding of both. So let's see what this Nine of Wands, let's get more information on the Nine of Wands for your person, Aqua. The Nine of Wands. Eight of Cups shows up again. So again, it's a need to walk away of emotional burdens from the past. This is to really bring this emotional change. So we're talking about Eight of Cups, right? To walk towards your understanding of the Nine of Cups. What really fulfills you? Fulfillment of wishes, fulfillment of emotions. And, you know, the behavior patterns that I'm speaking about knows that it's going to continue to make this person repeat patterns to really remain in certain levels of emotions that don't allow for the growth. And I feel this is what is being shown on an internal level as well. So let's see more on this Nine of Wands. Spirit, give me more on the Nine of Wands. Yep, Six of Swords. Again, two cards of needing to mentally move away and to emotionally moving away. It's like this, leave it behind, right? This is about finding a true sense of self with the nines. The nines are the self, right? Again, Hermit, Minor Arcana to Hermit. So let's see what this Eight of Wands is. Give me more on the Eight of Wands. Yep. And this is finding the emotions. Page of Cups, three of Swords in the bottom with the Five of Swords. Yep. And it's dropping there's like resistance I'm feeling. The fears also. Three of Swords indicates fears. But again, these are the emotional wounds. And so with the Five of Swords, I feel this person tries to emotionally control the inner child. And again, this is how they lash out. So the Five of Swords, I'm really feeling a slight vindictive energy when the inner child resurfaces. When the wounded inner child resurfaces, this person has a surge of energy where Page of Cups, they emotionally spaz. And sometimes it's not the healthiest. And I feel this change, this shift that's here is to show them Eight of Cups, Eight of Wands, how to make movement away from these emotional triggers that really affects their self-esteem, because this is obviously insecurities and self-esteem that I'm picking up with the Strength card. So Spirit, give me more on the Strength. Give me more on the Strength. Temperance wanted to come out, which makes sense. So Three of Pentacles and Four of Wands. And this is, again, I do feel I'm picking up the way they view family dynamics, because we've got Four of Wands. And again, needing to work towards themselves. We have Death energy, which is a transformation needed, and Five of Cups. Needing to work on those emotions again to really change, again, their relationships. Four of Wands has to do with our connections, our family, friends, gatherings, right? Remember how I said in the beginning, there's a need to have to find ways to show up differently in our relationships, in our and in the relationships with all of our relationships, right? So this person like gets triggered, and each soul teaches you a different lesson. And Three of Pentacles, it's showcasing how you show up. And so this person, I feel with the Strength card, the fact that the Three of Pentacles is clarifying, is there is a maintenance that they have on an outer level, how they're perceived on the outside. And this is about maintaining a perception on the outside towards the people. But in the inside, you know, they really are affected by these insecurities. And I think the Death card shows the discomfort that really stems from the triggers of the inner child, because then they realize, you know, it's what they're not trying to show is that they're really in this Five of Cups energy. And I'm also picking up with this Three of Pentacles, some of that Five of Swords energy, where they could be they just kind of spaz with their words, and it's kind of to raise their ego with the Strength, right, to make them feel better. And so maybe how they communicate, again, with these Page of Swords, not the most mature way to communicate their emotions. They definitely do a lot of projecting. So give me more on this Five of Pentacles. And it's out of discomfort of this Five of Pentacles because it's showing up. So here we've got the Tower, the Four of Cups, and the Eight of Wands again. So we're explaining the energy surge, the Tower, right? It's bringing about this change. That's what I'm saying, the discomfort, the emotional wounds, the Four of Cups, of their unfulfilled energy, right? Where it's this connection puts them in this space where they can feel these abandonment wounds with this unfulfilled energy. And it's like they don't like the Towers because they could be sudden and they could be unexpected, and then it could throw them off also, which is why we're explaining again the Eight of Wands energy that we're seeing here, where it really triggers the wounds. And then and again, we're back to the way they communicate. So I just feel like Spirit is circling back the same energy that causes their abandonment issues, or their lack of self-love, because you know, Five of Pentacles is abandonment. We suffer abandonment in terms of rejection of love, of rejection of attention, any sort of energy that makes us internally feel discomfort. It's going to show up in our 3D. And so, you know, everyone tends to control how that affects them on a 3D level. And this person, obviously, I feel very much through the way they respond in terms of their words and their interactions with you. So let's see what the message and guidance is for you, Aquarius. So Three of Cups and the Guru, which is the Hierophant. I want to point out, so some of you could be dealing with, sheesh, you got almost everybody here. You got Pentacles, you got everybody here. So everybody's here. So the main energy would be the Hierophant, so Taurus for some of you. But I do feel maybe a fixed energy. So because we have Taurus, it could be a fix with the Hierophant, someone who has a certain belief system. And again, if they're stuck in their own ways, you know, they get in their own way. So it could be a very fixed sign, which in this case could be another Aqua. Sorry, Aqua. You guys can be fixed. But a Leo or Scorpio or Taurus. But this need for change for you, Three of Cups, I think you need to just continue, right? I think there is a knowing, because the Guru knows. The Guru has an idea. Three of Cups. The Guru has an idea that you guys will reconnect. So I really feel continue to do you. I also feel this goes with this let your friends help you. So the angels are kind of guiding this connection, because obviously we have the Hierophant and the Three of Cups. So there's in the 5D or in the spirit realm, there is a guidance here, even for yourself to find new information or to even reestablish your way of thinking or pursuing your connections as well. So I feel like this, again, there's love here. There's just a lot of inner child behavior, because it's not, this is what's going to keep this connection stuck, because of the behavior patterns. You know, people are attached to behavior patterns, and you know, humans can be very much creatures of habit, especially, and I'm going to say gender specific, especially males when they can't control their emotions. They're very creatures of habits, and so they tend to repeat what they know. They normalize a certain pattern, and this is what this feels like. It's like a normalizing of a certain pattern. Obviously it's not, it goes both ways, men and women, but I mean, let's be real. So of course, Eight of Swords in the bottom, Seven of Cups, and the Devil. I mean, you know, Aquarius, you know this exists in your person, or this could be you. Again, you guys know, put where the shoe fits. But until this leaves you very confused all the time, and it really puts you in this Eight of Swords, Seven of Cups, like not knowing what to emotionally do. So this is why I feel with the Hierophant, this is about understanding what is it, the Devil energy, what the And also, if this is for some of you, I'm getting if this is a trauma bond. So please identify whether this soulmate came into your life to really teach you what trauma bonds are. And maybe some of you are very connected with the Hierophant, the guru, because Aqua, you guys are very old souls. And so we have to be careful where, you know, people attach to us, but we also have to know that as old souls, we are also the biggest lessons, the biggest transitions most souls that assist souls to move through. So we have to be careful also. So be mindful if this is a trauma bond from your person, and you might have to really, you know, maybe you're in a space of just trying to figure it out. And I feel that's where the guide is coming in, the spirit realm team, the spirit team, your guidance, or just your intuitive knowing, right? Because we have to know that our higher soul is always assisting us, is helping you kind of filter and filter the issues and find your way through this and navigate through this connection. So let's see what the message and guidance is. What's the blockage? I'm sorry, what is the blockage? I knew it. I freaking knew it, you guys. Spiritual protection. Your guides are protecting you. You're gonna know what to do. You're gonna know what to do. Do I want to pull? I'm gonna just pull maybe. Let's see what comes out for the untold message, because I really feel like you guys know what to do. So what is untold message? We have nervous. You make me lose my cool, and I just don't know how to act in your presence. That's exactly what the issue is here. They lose their cool and they don't know how to act, and they spaz, and it's just really this is a behavioral pattern, Aqua. So let's see what the message and guidance is for you. All right, Spirit, thank you. Illusions. I mean, this is going to be an issue for some of you. As much as you really want to believe that this person can change, you know, again, things happen. Spirit always speaks to us through our emotional body. So pay attention. You know, a lot of you have to pay attention. I feel this is the main important energy of what we need to pay attention to, and what this connection is going to also teach us along the way. So illusions, right? You might be fooling yourself, or others are fooling you. Don't let your mind or someone else put lies into your head. You know your own truth. Be careful of people who don't have any integrity. Take off the blindfold and see what is real. So this will happen. You know, you'll get the understanding you need, but definitely there's a need to question. So we also have unmask. Embrace yourself in your entirety. Speak your truth and allow your authenticity self to shine through, because you are worthy. And then we have support. Again, we have support. You do not have to face everything alone. Accept help or support from others. So here, number 22 may be important for some of you. We also have 23, but there's a lot of unmasking here also. So like I said, this is definitely unmasking also of your authenticity. Speak your truth and allow your authentic self to shine through, because you are worthy. Knowing your self-worth. Identifying trauma bonds. I really do feel that for some of you, it's like people like kind of attach to you, and so it kind of causes, I really feel this is decreasing some of your vibrations, which puts you guys a little back. And I think this is where the spirit protection comes in. So this is about always learning the lesson of illusions, and just be mindful of that as well, Aquarius. So I'm going to leave it there, Aquarius. I love you. Please like, share, subscribe.